Been 6 months now since that tornado hit Moss Point. How would you assess the recovery efforts at this point?
I think when we look at it, we are actually doing very well. We've made big strides already since the August 12th event. We have provided individual assistance grant funds, if you will, to people in both Jackson and Jasper counties of more than 3.1 million. If we look at Jackson County specifically, and this is a big part of starting recovery and helping survivors and communities out alike, we've approved more than 2.2 million in grant assistance to homeowners and renters. Some of that, more than 1.9 million, is in housing assistance, and there was more than 350,000 in what we call other needs assistance, those critical things that people need immediately after some kind of disaster where they start the recovery process.
From the survivor's perspective, what have been some of the challenges?
Yeah, I can't really speak for the survivors. I mean, that's always hard to do. What I can say is that I think in any event, including the March events that happened earlier in Mississippi, I believe that probably what we see is the hardest thing to really grasp, or something that they have to work through, is that this actually occurred. The disaster actually happened. They have damages to their homes. They may be looking for some place to move out to while repairs are done. There's obviously great loss, sorrowing loss, if it involves any kind of death or injury to family members or friends, but also just the loss of personal items from something like this event takes a toll on the survivor.
And finally, Darrell, what do people need to know right now when it comes to receiving aid and getting the benefits from FEMA?
That is a tremendous question, and thank you. I think first and foremost, they need to know that FEMA is still here on the ground. We're here at the request of the state of Mississippi. We work directly with the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency, and we continue to support the recovery effort. What I want to remind everybody is we still have over 200 FEMA staff from across this nation on the ground in Mississippi providing assistance, and they need to know that they can still get a hold of us by getting on disasterassistance.gov, that's disasterassistance.gov, or by reaching out through our FEMA hotline. All of those opportunities are available. We continue to try and reach out to people. We continue to have our staff making phone calls. So if they get a phone call from one of our FEMA representatives, they will identify themselves. They'll make sure that they know that FEMA is calling. It's a legitimate phone call, and they're going to try and help them work through any of the issues or concerns or documentation pieces that they need help on, to try and get as much assistance as we can into their pockets to start recovery.
Darrell Dragu from FEMA, thanks so much for getting us up to speed on the situation in Jackson County.
Thank you, sir.